Hello everybody and welcome to Compete Easy. My name is Stacy and I'm going to walk you through step by step on how to use our new format in LiveScore Dressage. As you see here on my home screen, there's an app called LiveScore Dressage. You can get this on the Apple Store or on the Google Play Store, both available for Apple and all Android devices. LiveScore Dressage is done on a tablet format, not a mobile device, or through a web browser. Once you have your app downloaded, you can select that app on your home screen, and this will take you to the login screen. You will be provided with a username and a password from your show organizer. Before starting, we're going to check the settings. On the top right-hand corner, push the settings icon, and we're going to check that the input is set to keyboard mode, orientation is set to landscape, and the new input layout is turned on. Now, our new format for LiveScore Dressage is used with a keyboard function. If you would like to use a stylus, voice command, or keyboard, you can still select to use our original format for LiveScore Dressage. We're going to go ahead and select the login using your username and password, and this will bring you into the list of events. Select the event that you are currently scoring for. We're going to select Dressage Test Event North America. This will bring you to our class page. Now, our class page will display all the classes available for scoring with riders and tests attached to the class or level that is being scored. On the top right hand corner, you're going to see two clouds, one with a down arrow and one with an up arrow. Now, your show organizers will probably have this all done for you, but if your internet is unstable, no worries. You can score offline or online by downloading all the classes onto your device. All information, whether the classes are downloaded or not, will be saved locally on your device. No test will be lost. You will be provided with a schedule or an order of go from your show organizer. You will follow this and select the class that you are ready to score. Today we will select class 13. Go ahead and push on that class number, and here you will see the class name, WDAA Intro Level Test 1. On the right hand side, you will see what test is actually attached to that class. That is the test with the appropriate amount of movements and scores required to complete that test. As you see here, you have judge number 1, Judge Judy, position C. As you know, Dressage, you can have up to 5 judges at different positions. Make sure you are selecting the correct judge who you are sitting with. We're going to select Judge Judy. Once you select your judge, you're going to look for your rider. You can either enter the bridle number on the right-hand side using the number keypad, or simply just select the magnifying glass. We will go ahead and do that now. The magnifying glass will pull up all the riders in that class. Here you see riders that are in grayscale and one rider still in the red. The gray means that these riders have already been scored and their scores have been uploaded to the cloud. The rider in red has yet to be scored. We will go ahead and do that now. So, bridle number 21, Jane Smith riding Buck, is the next rider per se on your schedule or order of go. Let's select Jane. Again, your judge will be marked on the top left-hand corner, and the test that is attached to this rider is going to be displayed on the top right-hand side. This might look a little different from our original layout using LiveScore Dressage, but as you will see, it is very efficient, a nice layout to use with a keyboard. I will go through the menu on the top left-hand side. Go ahead and select the 3 lines on the top left. Here you will see a number of items. A preview screen where you can preview the test prior to the judge signing it, or if you want to go back into the test, you can also preview it here. The upload function, in case your internet cut out and you want to upload the test after. There are several places to do this within the app. The status bar, which has a side arrow. This is where you would eliminate, withdraw, or retire a rider from that class. Now remember, if you enter 3 errors, the rider will automatically be eliminated from the class, and our system will calculate that. The next item on the list is technical fault. You will use this if the rider has a fault that is outside of the movements in the test. For example, if the rider entered the ring before the bell rang, we can say rider entered before bell. That technical fault will be recorded and automatically calculated for the overall result. We'll go ahead and select OK. And that technical fault has a symbol on the top right-hand corner that will show you that one technical fault has been recorded. Now we will go ahead and start scoring. It is always a good practice to have a conversation with your judge prior to starting your scoring for the day. Some judges have different judging styles. They may want to dictate a comment to you first, and then they give a numerical score for that movement, or sometimes they like to give a numerical score, then go to the comments. Those double arrows above the comment column, there you can change the format of entering a score first, then comments, or back to entering the comments first, then score. This is quite handy when using the tab function on the keyboard, going from movement to movement and recording scores. We will go ahead and start recording from movement number 1. Once you enter your comment, simply push tab to the score box. If you wanted to enter a 7.5, you simply only need to enter 7.5. Our system will automatically place the decimal in the correct position. Proceed to the next movement. Enter your comment, tab, and go to your score. We will enter a 6. And if you notice, if we tab through, it will automatically enter the decimal. Now, if you find that your judge is entering more numbers than comments first, you can also go ahead and switch that layout halfway through the test. No big deal. If you would like to go back and correct a movement or a comment, you can simply touch the screen and go back to that box and erase your comment and put a different one. Again, tab through. You are more than welcome to touch the screen, make corrections, or use whatever other tools you may want. But tabbing through is a very efficient way when using a keyboard. I'm going to go ahead and fill in the rest of the scores to the end. As you can see, we finished the movement scores and now we are in the collective marks. You will fill out the scores for the collective marks, but also available, you may enter comments for each individual collective marks. Some judges may want to use this function, some would not. There is a further remarks box at the bottom. I'm going to purposely miss a score on one of the collective marks, or you can miss a score on any of the movements and not realize it, and we're going to move around to the end of the test, and I will show you how our system won't let the test upload without entering all of the scores required. This is the further remarks button. Judges like to make further remarks and overall comments on the horse-rider pair. We can tab through to the judge signature or simply push the judge's signature at the bottom of the test. Here's the error you will get if you are missing a score. This error will remind you to go back and review your test and make sure all the required scores are inputted for the final result. We will go ahead and select OK. Now we can touch the screen and scroll up, and what do you know? We missed a score in the collective marks. We're going to go ahead and touch that box and we will enter the required score that we missed. Now you can scroll back down to the bottom and push the judge's signature. The judge's signature after the first test will automatically be saved into the system. We will go ahead and clear that as if this is our first test being scored. Once the judge signs, you push OK. Prior to doing that, I'm going to show you how to record an error on your movements. If there was an error on movement number 9, simply push the red E. You will record one error for that movement. If there happens to be 2 errors within the movement, then you can push the number 2. But if there's only one error for that specific movement, only select one. If there's another error in the test, for example, say movement number 12, we can push error again. Again, even though this is the second error within the test, we are still going to select number 1, unless there was specifically 2 errors within that movement. As you can see on the top right-hand corner, we now have 1 technical fault and 2 movement errors. This will automatically calculate the number of points deducted from their overall score. You don't need to worry about a thing. We do the adding for you. Now we can go back down to the judge's signature. Once we're in the judge's signature, the judge just needs to provide their signature in the box and push OK. This signature will be saved for the rest of the day as long as you're using the same tablet. If you switch tablets, the judge will probably have to provide an additional signature. You can see that there's an upload for Jane Smith with a total of 66.136. That score has now been uploaded to the cloud and readily available for all riders, spectators, and show organizers. One way to ensure that all your tests are uploaded is to push the file folder icon underneath the magnifying glass. We will select that now. Here's all the riders in the class. As you can see in the uploaded column, all of them have a red yes. This means that all tests have been uploaded correctly. From here, you may also preview the test. Let's take a look at one of them. This is one way where a judge or anyone could preview a test that has been scored. We can back out of this screen and go back to the list. If you happen to see a no in the uploaded column, you may go ahead and push that cloud with the up arrow on the top right-hand corner once you are connected to the internet again. Once you back out to this screen, let's take a look at the box that says 1, 2, 3 beside the file folder button. This will give you an overall preview of all the marks given within that class. A lot of judges like to preview the class. The purpose of the judge's signature at the bottom is to sign off on the class once the class is complete. That will make scores final. This is best utilized at higher ranking events such as the FEI or Equestrian Canada. If you can see that button on the top right hand corner, it says send message to steward with also a gear check column. These are used in conjunction with our steward app. Stewards can use their mobile device to check riders in, do gear checks, also take pictures and send messages to the judge in position C. We will have another tutorial that goes through the steward app. Please reference our YouTube channel and further documentation for the steward app. We will go ahead and select close on this screen. Now, if you are going to score another rider within this class, you may then again select the magnifying glass to search for your next rider. If you need to switch classes, you need to back out on the top left-hand corner and back out again, all the way back to the class screen that lists all the classes available. From here, you will switch to your next class based on the rider in your schedule or your order of go. Next, I will show you what a test of choice class looks like. Select class number 101, second level test of choice dressage. Select your judge, and then you have the magnifying button again. As you can see, the test attached to the class is second level test 1. However, the riders in this class may have selected different test choices. Select the magnifying glass. We're going to select Sally's Secret. As you can see, Sally's test that she chose for this test of choice class is second level test 3. In any test of choice class, always ensure that when you're inside the rider's test, the correct test is listed on the top right-hand side. This is where you will ensure that you are scoring the correct test for that rider. To back out of this test, simply select the menu on the top left-hand side, select back, and push OK. Unless you are scoring that test, then you would proceed scoring as I previously demonstrated. I'm going to select back again out of the scoring and back again. Again, we return to the class list page. If your show organizer needs to change a test attached to a class, they will do that on the admin side. If they ask you to back out and refresh your screen, just simply push back on the top left-hand corner to the login screen. Once you log in again, the test attached to the class inside the tablet will be changed. And that is it. It's very simple. We also have a PDF version of a walkthrough for our new input format for LiveScore Dressage. You can reference that at any time. Thank you for listening. See you at your next event.